Guys, it's Van Diesel back at it again once more with another feature card buddy fight deck profile. This time, it's on my Astrodragon deck. Now, this one isn't as powerful as the last one. In fact, it got nerfed a lot. Okay, the cards are strong. It's just that there's been one fatal problem with this deck, and that's the fact that I can't get the ideal hand. It's either I'll have 2/3 of the ideal hand, but not the other 1/3. That's basically the one problem with this deck. And then I get screwed over by it, depending on which of the ideal hand that I didn't get. So, let's get started. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate to the Patreon. So, starting off, we obviously have our flag, Astrodragon World. My buddy is Sky Seer Ardent Dragon, Cross Farnesia Astrologia. I thought it was Farnes, but it's Farnesia. If you ever hear me say Farnes, I'm sorry. This is an ace rare, by the way, which is a really nice ace rare. So he has 6k power, 6k defense, a critical of 2, size 2, pay 2 gauge, and the top card of your deck into its soul. You would think he would get another one, considering the fact of how powerful he is. But I guess they have to nerf him some way. Galaxy F. If this card's on your center, it gets all the following abilities activate. Right, I forgot to mention. This is the new deck where Galaxy Formation can activate on the left or right. And this is what he does. So, if you have an size 1 Astrodragon on your left, all cards on your opponent's field lose 5k power. Their item, their monsters, all that good stuff, just nerfed. Gone. You can't hurt me. Defensive Galaxy Formation. That's why it's called like Galaxy Formation. I don't know why Super called it like the Shield of the Sky. Then Galaxy Formation right. If you have a size 1 Astrodragon on your field, on your right, then all your cards gain Penetrate and plus 5k power. That's why Super called it the Weapon of the Sky, because it's the aggressive Galaxy Formation, or Galaxy Formation right, or R, whatever you want to call it. I call it left and R. I call it left and right. Galaxy Formation left and Galaxy Formation right. Then the one that should always be active, if you have an Astrodragon item equipped, all cards on your field cannot be rest by your opponent's card effect, and they all gain plus 2k defense, and Astrology also has double attack and soul guard. That basically means your opponent can't touch your field. Either they can't rest it, so if you have Galaxy Formation right active, then your opponent's just screwed. They can't touch your field. That's actually a really good ability. What's also good about this, that the original Galaxy Formation, regardless of which one it had to be, you had to have an item equipped along with the monster on your left and your center. This one, you don't have to have the item equipped, just that the item equipped actually helps better. Really nice. So let's go ahead and get into the deck. That took me 2 minutes to explain how good it is. We don't run size 0s, because they wouldn't even be any help in this deck anyways, because of Farnes being so restricted to size 1s. Seer Flight Dragon Bart Pile. 6k power, 1k defense, critical of 1. I run 4 copies of. Pay a gauge, put the top card of deck into his soul. If this card's on your left, all Astro Dragons on your field get plus 1 crit. It also has Soul Guard. So, you may be thinking, why am I running this card of all things? Well, this is because, 1, if I have it on my left, God forbid this happen, because I like having a switch form on my field, which I don't run a certain card, but I do run something else that can kind of act like it. If, God forbid, that I don't have the card that I want, I can just call Bart Pile Ardent and equip my item, and then I still technically have both Galaxy Formation left and Galaxy Formation right on, since this gives everything a crit, and Farnes just lowers my opponent's monster's power, which is really nice. So it's kind of like Galaxy Formation left and right at the same time, I guess, with Bart Pile. 4 copies of Gyron, who kind of is like the double part of Galaxy Formation left. 3k power, 1k defense, critical of 2, pay gauge, attack card, and soul. If he's on the left when your opponent attacks, change the attack target to it, and it also has Soul Guard. That basically means if it's on the left, combined with Farnes' ability, that means everything's redirected to a card that might even have 1k more power than your card, since it has 1k defense, so if you have 0, then I feel bad for you. 4 copies of Governed Star Dragon Fret. 3k power, 1k defense, critical of 1. When you enter the field on your left, if you have another Astro Dragon on your field, your item and your set spell counts. Charge 2 gauge, draw 1 card. Now, just going to go ahead and go into the problem, since Fret was mostly the reason why I had this problem. So, it's either my ideal hand is Farnes, the size 3 that I run that helps with Farnes, and the item, the one item that I do run. But what so far happened all the time, it's either I'll get the item in the size 3, but I won't get Farnes, and then I'll get like all my frets, but I'll accidentally charge Farnes every time, so which sucks. Or I will get Farness and either the item or the size 3, but I won't have the other one, whether it's the item or the size 3, and I'll end up keep losing it by Fret's effect. I'm not saying Fret's bad, it's just the fact of random luck hates me. But 4 of Fret always, because especially this deck does have a gauge problem still. 4 of Govern Stardragon Border. In fact, I actually think I may have made it worse with Farness. In size 3. 4k power, 3k defense, critical of 1, or last size 1. Pay a gauge to call, and when you enter the field, you put up to 1 Astrodragon item from your deck into your hand, so for your deck. That's good because I only run 1 item now since I didn't want to be restricted to Galaxy Formation left. So I got the 1 item that's not restricted to Galaxy Formation left that is not the Secret Pack one, but still does something. Now on to our size 2s. 1 copy of Shining Cross Astrologia, the promo. It's not as useful now, but it still does something. 5k power, 4k defense, critical of 2, size 2. Pay a gauge and put top card deck into its soul. Galaxy F, if this card's on your center, you have an Astrodragon on your left, and you have an item equipped. Every time your cards attack, you gain a life that says double attack and soul guard. Not that good of a card, it just helps out now. I would take it out, but I don't have anything better to put in there. 4 of Farnesia Astrologia. You guys already know what he does. I spent the first 2 minutes of this video talking about him, so I'm not going to go over him again. 4 copies of Govern Stardragon, Dexter Albius. That was our last size 2, by the way. This is our size 3. The thing I was talking about earlier. And our only size 3 in our last monster at that. 7k power, 6k defense, critical of 2. Pay 2 gauge and put the top card deck into this card's soul. If you have a size 2 or greater Astrodragon on your field, then this card's size is reduced by 2. It has to be another one, so Farness or Shining. Basically, either of the Astrologies will work. Counteract. You may put this card on an open area from your field to another. You may put this card on an area to an open area on your field, and if you do this, you gain 2 life, and this has double attack and soul guard. That's really nice. In fact, that's how I get around stuff. What I'll do is I'll go Farness on the center, this boy on the on the right, then my item equipped. So what I'll go is attack with my item, attack with this boy, double attack with this boy, attack with Farness, double attack with Farness. If they're somehow still alive, final phase, and if I have to engage in the impact, move this boy to the left, gain 2 life, use the impact, and if they somehow live, who cares? I have Galaxy Formation left active. Basically, it's just like a swap, and you can do it on either player's turn. It's just once per turn, though. But that's actually a really good card. Run 4 of, at all times. 2 of Edict Divination. You may only cast card if you have an Astrodragon on your field. Pay 2 gauge, gain 1 life, draw 2. That's a really good card. It just helps with resources in hand and stuff like that. In fact, I don't even think the hand has a problem. It's just the gauge. I don't have gauge charging cards. If someone would be kind enough to suggest stuff for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Next up, 3 of the set spell that I love so much. Sentence, Battle Preparations. Abilities of all Astrodragons on your field cannot be nullified by your opponent's card effects, so Farness can't be touched. They can't touch Farness. The second that Farness hits the field and you get all those Galaxy Formations active, your opponent can't touch them. It's like Link Dragon Order's item, Wild Axe, but better. I mean, Order's Axe, whatever. When an Astrodragon monster enters your field, gain a life and draw 1, a once per turn effect. And you can only set 1 a turn. You can only set 1 on your field. But that's actually a pretty good effect. You gain life, you can draw 1. That could help. And like if you call Fret, you could go, I could either charge to draw 1 first and then gain the life and draw 1, or I can draw 1 first and gain a life, then I can charge 2 and draw 1. Basically, it's just a preparation of which one do you want more. Next up, 4 copies of Notify Blessed Rain Tactics. You may only cast a card during attack on the opponent's turn, and if you have an Astrodragon on your field, notify the attack and gain a life for each Astrodragon on your field. So combine this with the set spell, the item, and then hopefully your size 3 and your size 2, Farness Astrologia, or basically any of the size 2s with the size 3 and the item and the set spell, you will gain 4 life. But you can gain a max of 5. How? 3 size 1s, which I run a lot of, and then the set spell, and then the item, which can equal a total of life of 5. But I actually have gotten that up once when I was playing Link Dragon Order player, but I'm still lost because Thunder Axe Agito screwed me over. I hate that card when I'm playing against it, but I love it when I'm using it. 4 of Tessoline Field. That's like the best name ever, and this art is also God. For this turn, the criticals of all Astrodragons on your field cannot be reduced by your opponent's card effects. Go screw yourself, Max Dragons. If you don't remember what I said about them, go watch Link Dragon Order deck profile. And when an Astral Dragon on your field attacks, for this turn you gain a life. It's like a better version of Shining, but if you have like Shining, Galaxy F active, and this active, you'll gain a total of 2 life every single time you attack this turn. Or just with Farnus, the size 3 boy, and then the item spam, you gain 5 life. It doesn't matter really. It's a good card. Next up, 4 of my last shield, the thing that helps with the gauge problem so much. Astro Formation Astellusion, the thing that has Ghoulish Bend on here. I should have ran Ghoulish Bend just for a meme. You melee cast card during attack on the opponent's turn, and you have an Astro Dragon on your field. Counter, nullify the attack, and then you gain 1 gauge for each Astro Dragon on your field. You can gain a max of 5 with the 3 size 1, the item, and then the set spell, or you could just gain 4 with Farnus, the size 3, and the item and the set spell, which is really nice. That's actually a good card. Run 4 of. It helps with this dex gauge problem. Now onto our item, because we're out of spells, and this is the only item I run. I'm surprised they made this even cost a gauge. Seer Tool Ruin Stones. 3k power, 2 crit, pay a gauge to equip it. This card can attack even if you have an Astro Dragon on your center. This card on your field cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects to screw your opponent. They can't hurt it. And all Astro Dragon monsters on your field get plus 4k power. Combine this with Farnus Galaxy Formation right, and you have Dexter on your field on the right. That means Farnus will have a total of 15k power with double attack. Albius will have 16k power. And this item will have 8k since it only gives it to monsters. Really nice. 4 copies. I mean, I would replace it with the other one, Chaos Alzaluzin, with the other item which gives Galaxy Formation right and left as well. But I couldn't buy it, so yeah, just stick with that. Finally, 4 copies of our last card. Try. Star. Decision. You melee cast card if your opponent has 5 life or less, and you have an Astro Dragon on your center, left, and you have an Astro Dragon item equipped. Basically, the original Galaxy Formation, or Galaxy Formation left now. Pay 3 gauge, deal 5 damage to your opponent. That's really nice. What also works is since I'm running Dexter in this deck, even if I can't finish them with the impact, like say they use Vanity Cell or some ability to heal them as I'm using the impact, so what? I have Galaxy Formation left active. Screw you. You can't harm me. That was the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate to the Patreon, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to raise your flag. Can you pull the Buddy Rare card?